So the first thing that people should learn today is how to be happy. Because we should never allow anyone, not even Holland, to steal our joy away from us. Understand what I'm saying? Or are people comfortable about complaining? They're not happy if they're not complaining. So what I'm simply saying is, if we want to change the world, change ourselves, change our mindsets. And today, learn about your power to inspire people. We have to inspire people. We have to inspire people about their capacity to do so much good. So let's just think of a word where we think less for ourselves. Clara, Sakana. Show your shirts. Less for self, more for others, enough for all. We will create wealth together, rich and poor, where no one will remain poor. Thank you.
Je vais résumer vite fait. Oui. Mais après, on posera une autre question. Parce qu'il a oublié ma question. Hein.
Parce qu'on est les seuls à pouvoir y répondre. On est les seuls à pouvoir y répondre.
What can we do in France? Yes, we can send our children there. But,
the first thing you need to do is come to the Philippines. All of you, come to the Philippines. Work with Tom and Christine. And join MAD Travel. MAD. Make a difference. See how it is happening. Not just send your children, and we will give you the best time. You can do humanitarian service, you can enjoy the pleasures of the country, and see also opportunities. And learn what a bottom-up, top-down approach is. So here, if you have problems of poverty in France, it is your young people who come to us that will come back here. We're not going to keep them in the Philippines. We're not going to keep them. In fact, Nicola Hulo, you know him?
yes.
Is he known here?
Of course.
Very well.
Yeah, we had dinner with him before Holland came. And he met with us, and I brought the French interns. And he asked us, you have the best people from France here in the Philippines. Are we going to lose them to the Philippines? And I told him, no, you're not going to lose them to the Philippines. You're going to gain the Philippines for France. Now you have, these young people now have entered the Asian market. They now have access to our land. They now have access to our human resources. Because if you just stay here in France, who will buy your products? You are addicted to chocolates. But you don't grow a single chocolate tree, do you? How can we support your addiction if you don't send us your young people to plant chocolate in the Philippines? You understand? Because most rich countries got our people. 12 million Filipinos left the Philippines, so no one is planting chocolate. No one is planting coffee. And so we need the French because we import 99% of our dairy. But the French know how to make cheese, about 400 different types of cheese. Right?
Sure.
You need our essential oils because Chanel and Dior need our essential oils. So send us your young people, otherwise you will lose access to many of the raw materials that you need here. But my children buy a lot of lavender from France because we also now have our social enterprise that needs products from France. So we have to create a win-win situation. We have to create that kind of bridge. Europe, Asia. Because you will have a lot of problems here in your economy if it continues to stagnate. And that's why you have to have young people going into social innovation to create more wealth and more opportunities. And the best way to do it is not for people to migrate to France, but for young people from France to now go to the developing, emerging economies. So it's important that you build that relationship with the global market. So when they come back, like many of the interns, they started Ticket for Change, Matthew Dardalion, Jonas Guyot. He also did Destination Changemaker, Laila Hobala, makes sense. So many of the young people who came to the Philippines in Gawad Kalinga are now change makers in France. So people ask us, how can we do it here? We cannot do it effectively if we don't involve young people. And you just fund them because you have a lot of money. The young people do not have money. Or corporations have money. Right? Because we have to provide support. We might not have the energy to do it ourselves. Now we can do a little project here and there. But if you want impact, it has to be with young people who can think macro, who can dream big. But we can all be part of the entire value chain. So anyway, guys, let's just do what is doable. First, if you're interested about the model, come to the Philippines. Is that something, are people interested here to take a 10-day vacation in the Philippines?
Of course.
How many of you have not been to the Philippines? See, most of you do not know much about the
Oui,
Philippines.
qui n'a jamais été aux Philippines?
Qui n'a
Pardon,
jamais
ils
été.
peuvent pas répondre, ils savent pas.
Voilà.
See? So, the first thing is, you have to know today that you have a home in Asia.
Vous avez une maison en Asie.
You have a home in Asia. And there's a lot of opportunities for your families in Asia.
Il y a des tas d'opportunités pour vos familles en Asie.
And since this is now my home in Europe, then the Philippines will be your home in Asia.
Ici, c'est ma maison pour moi, et là-bas, c'est votre
So-
maison à vous.
My daughter married a European. 5 of my grandchildren are European. I want them to find Europe their home, but I want them also to have the best of Asia. So I want your children also to discover opportunities in Asia. As we also would like to also help in addressing your own development here in France. Because you're already a developed country. But the problem of a developed country is that you have set a high standard. And if there is no more economic growth, how do you sustain that? And you put the pressure on a lot of young people to really carry the burden of social security in the long term. I'm speaking as an economist. And so it's important for you young people to really explore the world now, no longer as colonizers, but as partners of emerging economies. Anyway, we have a train to catch, and we have to listen to Tom and Marika here. But I'm very happy because this is my home. And I am just overwhelmed by your generosity, and I've met some of the most wonderful people in the world here in France, particularly Lyon. Thank you very much.